In the vast, multi-decade history of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, few characters have been as divisive as Sally Acorn. Introduced in the early 1990s as part of the Sonic the Hedgehog Saturday morning cartoon, Sally quickly became a central figure in the expanding Sonic universe, especially in the Archie comic series. However, despite her early popularity, or perhaps because of it, Sally has become a lightning rod for criticism, fan debate, and intense drama. This video will explore why some fans strongly dislike Sally Acorn, examining her media portrayals, the nature of her fanbase, and how she fits, or doesn't, into the broader Sonic canon. Sally Acorn first appeared in Archie Sonic comics and more prominently in Sonic the Hedgehog, the Saturday morning cartoon, a darker, story-driven cartoon that aired from 1993 to 1994. In the Saturday morning cartoon, Sally was the leader of the Freedom Fighters, a rebel group opposing the dystopian rule of Dr. Robotnik. She was portrayed as intelligent, resourceful, and emotionally mature, a stark contrast to the goofier version of Sonic seen in the games and other cartoons. While the Saturday morning cartoon gained a cult following for its more mature themes, Sally's characterization alienated some fans. She was often portrayed as the voice of reason to Sonic's recklessness, and occasionally even overshadowed him in terms of leadership and strategic thinking. For some viewers, particularly those more aligned with the video game canon, Sally came across as a bossy or overbearing figure who wasn't part of the Sonic world they knew and loved. She wasn't created by Sonic Team in Japan, and that alone has caused some purists to reject her entirely. Sally's role was expanded significantly in the Archie comics Sonic the Hedgehog series, which ran for over 20 years and became the longest-running comic based on a video game. In these comics, Sally was given a rich backstory, evolving relationships, especially with Sonic, and an on-again, off-again romantic tension that sparked intense fan debates. The Archie Sonic comics often leaned heavily into soap opera-style storytelling. This meant frequent love triangles, breakups, betrayals, and dramatic character shifts. Sally, as a central figure, was often at the heart of these arcs, sometimes written as self-sacrificing and noble, other times manipulative or cold. This inconsistency in writing only fueled divisiveness. Fans who disliked her pointed to these traits as evidence of poor characterization or even blamed her for getting in the way of other characters, particularly Amy Rose, who many viewed as Sonic's true love interest from the games. Adding to the frustration was the tone of the comics themselves. While the games remained lighthearted and action-focused, the Archie comics veered into melodrama, war, and philosophical themes. For some, Sally became symbolic of everything wrong, with this version of Sonic a relic of a spin-off universe that tried too hard to be serious. One of the most persistent sources of Sally-related controversy is, ironically, her fanbase. Sally has developed an unusually passionate core group of supporters, some of whom are known for being extremely vocal, sometimes to the point of toxicity. Figures like Richard Kuda, an animator and longtime Sally fan, have famously pushed for Sally's return in modern Sonic media. He was among the most visible voices during the #Rally4Sally movement, a Twitter campaign that sought to convince Sega to bring Sally into the modern game canon. While the movement was rooted in fan passion, it often veered into hostile territory. Critics of the campaign noted that many participants took a holier-than-thou stance, dismissing game characters like Amy Rose, Blaze the Cat, or even Tangle and Whisper as Sally knockoffs or inferior versions. Then there are the more bizarre corners of the Sally fandom, which have only served to further alienate casual fans. One infamous example is the individual who constructed a Sally Acorn doll using a wooden human skeleton, complete with realistic detailing. The unsettling nature of such fan creations has given rise to the perception that Sally fans are not only obsessive, but downright creepy. While it's unfair to judge an entire fan base by its most eccentric members, these kinds of incidents tend to stick in the public consciousness, and not in a good way. Among the many Sonic communities online, the Sally Acorn fandom has earned a reputation for elitism. Some Sally supporters treat the Saturday morning cartoon and the Archie comics as the true, version of Sonic canon, dismissing the games and other media as shallow or unworthy. This gatekeeping mindset has led to friction with the broader fandom, especially younger fans who grew up with the Sonic Adventure series, the IDW comics, or even Sonic Boom. These divisions have created echo chambers, where Sally is worshipped to an extreme and all criticism is treated as blasphemy. Detractors of Sally have reported being harassed or dogpiled online for merely expressing a preference for other characters. This behavior has contributed to the perception that the Sally fanbase is toxic and out of touch with the larger franchise. It's worth noting that Sega has never officially integrated Sally into the mainline Sonic games. While characters like Amy, Knuckles, and Shadow have become household names, Sally remains relegated to legacy status, cut off from the core brand. Despite her long history in American media, Sally doesn't even make cameo appearances in the games, and Sega has shown no public interest in reviving her. This has created a strange paradox. Sally is at once iconic and irrelevant, famous within a very specific slice of the fandom, but completely absent from the mainstream. For newer fans who have never encountered the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon or read the Archie comics, Sally comes across as a niche, outdated character whose fanbase seems disproportionately intense. Sally Acorn occupies a unique and complicated space within the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. She's a character born from a time when Western media was creating its own take on Sonic, and her existence represents a parallel Sonic history that many fans never engaged with. While her intelligence, leadership, and emotional depth are admirable qualities, they've also made her a lightning rod for debate. Between inconsistent portrayals, clashing with game canon, and a fanbase known for elitism and, in some cases, extreme behavior, it's no wonder that Sally has attracted her share of detractors. The hashtag #Rally4Sally movement, bizarre fan tributes, and constant infighting have cemented her as one of the most controversial figures in the Sonic fandom. At the end of the day, the Sally Acorn debate is about more than just a cartoon chipmunk. It's about who owns Sonic, what the franchise should be, and how fan identity can shape the legacy of even the most obscure characters. Whether you love her or loathe her, Sally's legacy isn't going away anytime soon.